Hello and welcome to episode 5 of F for Freddie. This is, I'm going to move away from doing figures at the moment, and I thought I'd show you one of the MDF buildings. This is the Banque de France, as it says on the front, by Charlie Foxtrot. The kit is a plain MDF kit, and this is it all built with interior detail. So what I've done on the roof is just a black spray paint and then some dustings with lighter greys, and then there's some moss stuck onto the top of it. On looking inside the first floor, you can see that I've used a wood veneer that I've just drawn on with a black pen to make the floorboards. I've used the same veneer for the skirting boards and the pelmet of the curtains. The curtains are actually just little squares of white felt, and there's also the furniture in the room itself. So we have a bed, some chests, a wardrobe, a chest of drawers and a table and chairs. Now these are from Rubicon, War Bases, Charlie Foxtrot, and the bed is made from air drying clay which has just been painted, and the wallpaper is just paper I found on the internet, rescaled and printed to go all the way around. Now this time I haven't made strips of individual wallpaper, I've just gone for a whole strip all the way around, or on each face. Now the bottom of the bank, well, it wouldn't be a bank without a safe, a desk for the manager with a suitcase, a briefcase even, some maps, some French posters, a chair, again the wood veneer for the floorboards, and then a counter. But what I've done with this counter is I've actually put a piece of black felt on the back of it, so only 2 of the windows are open. And again for the curtains at the front, black, and at the back as well, black curtains at the back. Really dark there, you can't really see inside it. But if I spin it around this way, you'll see that you can just see the black curtains, especially on this window. The paint job. This has been painted with Wilko tester pots. That's the mustardy yellow colour. And then it's had an overspray of texture paint to give it that pebble dashed effect. Once I'd done that, I then stuck on all the white edging and the black grills. Now the only piece that I've added extra in the kit is this piece, and that's a bit of cork that I've just stuck on to give it a fake type roof. And just to finish the model off, I made a base for it as well. The hedge is made from doormat that's been glued down and just flocked over the top. And it's just flock and flowers and trees that I've picked up from game shows, just to give it a nice independent grounds, as it were. But because I haven't stuck the model down, that can be lifted off and used on or used in other settings, such as a town setting. So the kit comes plain MDF, flat packed, and you build it up. The best thing to do is there's instructions in there as well, but also look at the website to get some made pictures of the building. The paintwork on this, the yellowy colour, is just straight from a Wilko's tester pot, painted onto the building, 2 or 3 coats to get a nice colour on there. And then what I've done is I've oversprayed with a texture paint that I get from, it's Wilko's, but it's a Rust-Oleum texture paint. It's a stone texture, and it just gives a really nice sort of pebbly dash effect. There's no reason why you couldn't do that and then paint over the top of it so it looks more like it's been plastered. The white woodwork has just been sprayed white, so I sprayed it white a few times just to get it to look okay, and that's all I did with that. And then I stuck them together. The black ironwork in the windows was sprayed separately, and then the building was just built up. The roof tiles along the ridges are the plastic that comes in the kit, so I just cut them down from the long strips into little sections so they look like tiles. What I tend to do with these kits is I'll use a little bit of super glue just to hold the parts together whilst I'm building, and then I'll apply additional PVA to make a good bond. I always base coat my buildings. Some people say you don't have to, and that's fine. Some people say you do, but I just give them a blast of a very cheap grey or white primer, or even black primer, and then just glue it up and build it up. And what I'll do, as you can see from the side here, that texture paint gives a really good effect. The paint, the wallpaper inside, just found some pictures online I liked, reduced them in size, just printed them. Now if you really wanted to, you could make individual wallpaper panels. I have done that for other buildings, but some of the bigger buildings like this, what I do is I just paper them in one sheet. At this scale it doesn't really matter too much, and that's quite a good shot of the furniture in the bedroom. Now there are no staircases in these buildings, and that is really because they are wargaming buildings. They are not dolls' houses. So that's a very quick whistle-stop tour of the Charlie Foxtrot Bank de France. There are more buildings on his website, and there are other manufacturers. And now I will show some buildings from other manufacturers over the next few videos as well. And I'll even do a how-to building from scratch. I've got some kits that haven't been started yet. So hopefully you like that. Any questions, please let me know. And yeah, happy modelling.